Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Srinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Tritantosti Abhadrani Vidunoti Sahasratam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 25, Verse 13. Sa ekata himavato dakshine vatasanasu dadarsha navabhidvarbhi purnam lakshita lakshanam. Synonym: Sa, that King Puranjan, Ekada, once upon a time, Himavata, of the Himalayan mountains, Dakshino, southern, Atha, after this, Sanushu, on the ridges, Dadarsha, found, Navabhi, with nine, Dwarbhi, gates, Purnam, a city, Puram, a city, Lakshita, visible, Lakshanam, having all auspicious facilities. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Once, while wandering in this way, he saw on the southern side of the Himalayas, in a place named Bharatvarsha, India, a city that had 9 gates all about and was characterized by all spacious facilities. Purport: the tract of land south of the Himalayan mountains is the land of India, which was known as Bharatvarsha. When a living entity takes birth in Bharatvarsha, he is considered to be most fortunate. Indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has stated, Bharata bhumite haila manusya janma yara janma sarthaka kari kara para upakara. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 9.41. Thus, whoever takes birth in the land of Bharatvarsha attains all the facilities of life. He may take advantage of all these facilities for both material and spiritual advancement and thus make his life successful. After attaining the goal of life, one may distribute his knowledge and experience all over the world for humanitarian purposes. In other words, one who takes birth in the land of Bharatvarsha by virtue of his past pious activities gets full facility to develop the human form of life. In India, the climatic condition is such that one can live very peacefully without being disturbed by material conditions. Indeed, during the time of Maharaj Yudhishthir or Lord Ramachandra, people were free from all anxieties. There was not even extreme cold or extreme heat. The 3 kinds of miserable conditions, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Daivik, miseries inflicted by the body, mind itself, those inflicted by other living entities, and natural disturbances, were all absent during the reign of Lord Ramachandra or Maharaj Yudhishthir. But at present, compared to other countries on earth, India is artificially disturbed. Despite these material disturbances, however, the country's culture is such that one can easily attain the goal of life, namely salvation or liberation from bondage. Thus, in order to take birth in India, one must have performed many pious activities in a past life. In this verse, the Lakshita Lakshanam indicates that the human body attained in Bharatvarsha is very auspicious. Vedic culture is full of knowledge, and a person born in India can take fully advantage of Vedic cultural knowledge and the cultural system known as Varnashram Dharma. Even at the present system, as we travel all over the world, we see that in some countries, human beings have many material facilities, but no facilities for spiritual advancement. We find everywhere the defects of one sided facilities and the lack of full facilities. A blind man can walk but not see, and a lame man cannot walk but can see, following the logic called Andha Pangu Nyaya. The blind man can take the lame man over his shoulder, and as the blind man walks, the lame man may give him directions. Thus, combined, they may walk. But individually, neither the blind man nor the lame man can walk successfully. Similarly, this human form of life is meant for the advancement of spiritual life and for keeping the material necessities in order. Especially in the Western countries, there are ample facilities for material comforts, but no one has any idea of spiritual advancement. Many are hankering after spiritual advancement, but many cheaters come, take advantage of their money, bluff them, and go away. Fortunately, the Krishna consciousness movement is there to give all facilities for both material and spiritual advancement. Many are hankering. Oh, just one second. In this way, people in the Western countries may take advantage of this movement. In India, any man in the villages, unaffected by the industrial cities of India, can still live in any condition and make spiritual advancement. The body has been called the city of nine gates, and these nine gates includes two eyes, two ears, two nostrils, one mouth, a genital organ, and a rectum. When the nine gates are clean and working properly, it is to be understood that the body is healthy. In India, these nine gates are kept clean by the villagers who rise early in the morning, bathe in the well or rivers, go to the temples to attend Mangalarati, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and take prasad. In this way, one can take advantage of all the facilities of human life. We are gradually introducing the system in different centers in our society in the Western countries. One who takes advantage of it becomes more and more enlightened in spiritual life. At the present moment, India may be compared to the lame man and the Western countries to the blind man. For the past 2000 years, India has been subjugated by the rule of foreigners, and the legs of progress have been broken. In the Western countries, the eyes of the people have become blind due to the dazzling glitter of material opulence. The blind man of the Western country and the lame man of India should combine together in the Krishna consciousness movement. Then the lame man of India can walk with the help of the Westerner, and the blind Westerner can see with the help of the lame man. In short, the material advancement of the Western countries and the spiritual assets of India should combine for the elevation of human society. End of purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for giving me this opportunity to read from Srimad Bhagavatam this morning. And please bless me that I may be able to speak in the right mood in the service of Guru Parampara. And please forgive me for any of my own interpretations while speaking on these verses. So here we are continuing to see the allegorical story of King Puranjan. So this is being narrated by Srila Narada Muni to King Prachina Barishat. And it is describing how King Puranjan was wandering in search of a suitable place to live. and he comes to the city of Nine Gates, and he finds that it is very well protected, has many facilities and all of that. So really taking a look at this, right, this story here, we understand that actually the intention of Narada Muni was to really give King Prachina Parishat a wake up call and to make him understand that whatever he was doing, all of this sacrifices, everything for material enjoyment, that is not the end goal, but rather really to understand the fact of life, the reality of life. And rather than directly giving him the preaching, like he uses this allegory where he's speaking all about King Puranjan and how he's really depicting what exactly happens to a soul. So here, just in this specific verse, the details that are the summary that is given, the main essential points are regarding the first one, the big focus is regarding the special fortune of Bharatavarsha. So similar to how we say, all of the holy places in India like Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, all the Char Dham, Ayodhya, there are so many spiritual places in India. So just because of having all of those special spiritual places in India, the Bharat Varsha, completely India, is considered to be very fortunate. Similar to how we say that you're very fortunate to be having taken birth in Vrindavan. Here, Srila Prabhupada is saying that even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's what he's saying, that anybody that takes birth in India is very fortunate. You have done a lot of pious activities to be born in India. And it is because of why? Because of all the facilities that are available. We have all of the spiritual places. We have so many holy rivers, Ganga, Jamuna, Narmada. There are so many, and they also have so many tributaries. So it was very common, right? In Indian life, you can think about even living in the villages or where not, like you have all these holy rivers and all these holy places like surrounded. So naturally, just by the physical facilities itself, there are higher opportunities for people to get spiritual elevation. And also you can see, right, in India, when you visit also, like every corner, every street, or wherever you see, there is like a temple. So even if you don't intend to, because you're passing by, you're already like, acknowledging the presence of a temple, the presence of a deity. So knowingly, unknowingly also, because of the facilities and just the way the physical structure is of the country, there are higher opportunities for spiritual elevation. So that's why it is being said that anybody who's born in Bharatvarsha should perfect his life, because you have been given the facilities for spiritual knowledge. The Vedic systems are also coming in through the Indian Vedic system, right? So even that has been given. The physical facilities are being given. The Vedic scriptures are being given to us. So also the culture, the way the Vedic culture has been traditionally, has been the Varnashram system, where it has been structured where in the beginning people will go through the guru system, take all the knowledge, try to live like a clean life. And then even in the rural villages, that is what Srila Prabhupada is saying, that they would just wake up in the morning, take a shower, all of that, and then go to the temple, or even at home, right? It's so common in Indian household. You will see that everybody is accustomed to taking a bath in the morning, doing all the prayers and rituals and things like that. So that's what it is being said here. However, Srila Prabhupada also brought up a very important point that in the recent years, what happened is because of modernization. I mean, Prabhupada is really referring to the British domination and all of that. However, now really what we are seeing is, as much as modernization and technology is being introduced to anywhere, it is really erasing all of those values, all of the systems and everything that was in place. And so that is what has been happening in India also, that although we had all of this foundation, everything was very strong, but because of modernization and all of that, it's being destroyed. And so that is where also, because of the structure the India was, so it is kind of challenging to copy modern world, but however the facilities are not there to be equal to the Western countries, right? So that is why it is like compared to being a crippled man, being a crippled, like it's completely legs are broken. So that is the situation of India right now, that all of these Vedic system and everything is dead. However, because of the modernization, it has become like a crippled man, lame man. And in that same situation, Prabhupada is explaining how Western countries, they have all the facilities, very much opulence, so much of financial, say, prosperity and all of that. So they have all the facilities for modern progress and everything. However, they don't have the spiritual values or even the Vedic scriptures and all of that. It's not easily available here. So that is where it is being said that if both of them combined, the Western country, because of all the opulences and the spiritual, not spiritual, but the material wealth and all of that, they have that. And India has the spiritual wealth. So if both of them combined, the lame man can show the blind man the way, and the blind man can support the lame man. So that's really what it is. The big focus is here, where Srila Prabhupada is saying that they both should come together, support each other, and then what's the end goal? Really support the spiritual advancement of the entire world. And we can see that that is exactly what Srila Prabhupada did. He brought the wisdom, he brought the Vedic culture, he brought the Vedic scriptures to the Western world, all across the world. He distributed all of them so freely. And he was really empowering all of the different countries to be then the same like Bharatvarsha, because wherever there is Vedic scriptures, wherever we are doing prayers to Krishna, that then becomes a pious place. It becomes a holy place. So Srila Prabhupada basically took everything and he distributed and made everywhere similar to Bharatvarsha. So now we can see, right, really, it is, even if we said that India is that holy place now, because Srila Prabhupada has taken this movement to the entire world, he really intention, his effort was to make the entire world the pious place or the fortunate place, with all of that. So we can see his vision, like such a high vision he had when he came and he was distributing all of this to the whole world. And then Srila Prabhupada, the second point is that Srila Prabhupada is also mentioning about how during the ancient times, when Sati Yuga, even Treta Yuga and all that, Dwapar Yuga, the land was free from the threefold miseries because we had Lord Ramachandra and Maharaj Yudhishthir, all of them really highly, I mean, Lord Ramachandra is Krishna himself. So because those days we were really, the land was really under such great leaders' uh, rule, everything was perfect and there was really no disturbances at all. But again, today, also, in spite of all of these disturbances, because we have been given the Vedic scriptures, because we have been given the Vedic teachings, it is still supporting spiritual advancement. Then the third point here is human body is compared to the city of 9 gates. So the 9 gates are the eyes, ears, nostrils, mouth, genitals, rectum, and then of course, so we have all of these orifices. That is what is referring to the 9 gates. When it is being maintained properly, all of this, the body itself also is becoming healthy, and it's like a resource for offering spiritual practice, right? So it is very important that we take care of our body itself, because that is a tool, that is an instrument for offering spiritual practices. And then I already talked about the blind and lame man analogy, that India being the lame man and West being the blind man. So the lame man, because the legs are broken due to just the current situation right now, what we have, and the blind man is wealthy but spiritually blind. But by combining both, we can have Western resources with India's spiritual wisdom, humanity can be progressed very nicely. And then we have the role of the Krishna consciousness movement, that this Krishna consciousness movement, yesterday was Srila Prabhupada's appearance day also. What a beautiful day to remember all the things he has done for all of us, so he really he provided that system for both material order and spiritual upliftment for all of us. The combination of East and West, guided by Krishna consciousness, really it has the opportunity to elevate the entire world. And we can see that right now too, right? That is what is happening. The entire world is being elevated because of the access to the Vedic scriptures, the teachings, and the spiritual studies and all of that. So everybody has the opportunity to uplift their own life and follow this path of Vedic teachings. With that, I would like to conclude. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Vancha kalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.